of most marriages. Okay, we shall jump straight into the topic. You guys knows me. I have an MO. I don't like to waste time, and we are going to get there. So here it is. It is sex, nothing else but sex. The silent killer of most marriages, and the reason why most marriages fail is sex, nothing else. Okay, people like to find reasons as why most marriages do fail. The number one, according to me, I would say is a sexual incompatibility or lack of sexual interest. Okay, so now when we talk about sexual incompatibility, I'm not trying to say that from the initial stages you guys were not compatible, because oftentimes when people meet each other, they are so eager and they overlook a lot of important sexual aspect of their partner that is going to change in the future, and no one can foresee the future. So therefore, it's like you are in this romance, you are not paying attention to what is going to break your marriage or this core romance that you are building, right? So therefore, when if you tell a newly couple today that what is going to break this union is more likely to be sex, no one will believe you. And I'm here to say that that's what it's going to be. So how does this happen? Whenever the longer couples stay together, the more likely, or the higher the chances of this couple breaking up over sexual incompatibility. It's called lack of interest, having different interests. Okay, so when people get together, they get married. They have different responsibility down in the relationship, like further down in the relationship. Is either the female decide to just get busy with the kids, and the male, he's out there making money, and by the time they realizes that there is a problem or sexual compatibility, or the man's, his ball is not being drained often enough, it's too late. You understand? So therefore it's like it's just something that I would say creeps them because they have ignored it. Okay, so when that happens, it's like out of a sudden you're like, well, when was the last time this man or this woman had sex? And they all like to come up with reasons like, well, the last time you had sex was maybe 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks within a marriage, that is a little bit too much. Even though you guys have responsibilities, I'm here by saying that 3 weeks is a little bit too much. But let's say 3 weeks. I have met couples that have told me that the last time, well, it was one person, one of them told me that the last time they had intimacy with their partner was 3 months ago. I'm like, what is happening? You can smell the coffee, right? You can smell the coffee. Can you smell the coffee? This is what I asked him. I said, can you smell the coffee? He said, yes. So what do you think she's doing? Oh, maybe she's cheating. The woman doesn't always have to cheat. When they come to sexual incompatibility or lack of sex within a marriage, these two partners, you will find nobody is cheating. It doesn't always boil down to one partner cheating. No, it boils down to lack of interest and lack of priority and people growing apart. The word that most divorcees use is that we grew apart. What does that mean? When people grow apart, they don't have interest to get intimate with each other. That's what they are trying to insinuate, like, well, we grew apart. We, or I, the woman or the man, was no longer attracted to their wife or their husband. Well, Rose, tell me, what are the reasons? The reason could be maybe you gain weight. I'm not trying to fat shame, okay? I'm trying to make this video as honest as possible. And if you get hurt, I'm sorry, but this is the honest truth. Because when people go for a divorce, they say everything there, right? Like, well, she got fat or he got fat. I didn't find him attractive enough to bang him every night. It happens. These are couples. Okay, we are trying to decode the reason why couples do divorce, and the reason why, this is a factor that is important, but the most overlooked factor, because people like to live in the bubble and convince themselves that we have kids, we have this achievement, everything is fine. Nothing is fine within a marriage if the sexual aspect is lacking. When I say nothing, like nothing. I don't care if you're a billionaire. Once you guys are not getting intimate, there is trouble in paradise. You understand? So therefore, I'm like, be careful. Do not overlook this very, very important aspect, because you are dealing with people that have desires, and their desires is not limited to achievement. We are talking about intimacy. What makes someone feel desired by another person? We all want to be desired and liked by the person that we are with. It keeps us going because we're social being. Okay, keep your ego out of this and let's talk of reality. The reality is that we want to belong to a society. Well, to our partner. You understand? We're not talking about society. Okay, we want to belong to our partner. We want to be desired by our partner. Okay, man or woman. This is both sides. If you feel rejected as a woman by your partner, you will feel very lonely, and that is going to create resentment, and resentment might create lack of interest in the bedroom. Meaning, well, I don't feel good. I feel as if, this guy is rejecting me. I feel lonely. I feel as if, he is not interested in me or he's cheating. Everybody like to run to the cheating aspect when sex is becoming a problem in a relationship. Look, we shall cover that. I'm not saying cheating is not a factor, but there's more factor into this than cheating. Cheating get a bad rap, but it doesn't result to that. Financial stress can bring that. Emotional stress can bring that. Stress with kids can bring that. Raising kids is a lot. What else? There are so many factors that can contribute to this lack of interest in the bedroom that a lot of people like to overlook. And let's say this, okay? Let's say this. You go 1 week without having it. 1 week is nothing. Of course, it's nothing. Everything in our life starts with 1 day. We're talking about 1 week. Okay, 2 weeks. I'm going to look at you a little bit funny without having it. 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's trouble. You guys need to discuss it. There's trouble. The further you let this thing go, I'm telling you, you are going to reap this disaster because you're building it. The further you let it go and ignore it, ignoring the sexual needs within a relationship is deadly, is detrimental. I'm telling you, do not ignore it. Once you see the sign, you need to address it. If you cannot address it, then there's trouble. If you want to seek counseling, then you better go. Oh, go. Like yesterday. Okay? So, let's proceed. Now, why don't you desire your partner that you have been with for 20 years? Why don't you desire your partner that you've been with for 10 years, for 5 years? Hey, we are talking about human nature here. You guys want the truth? I'm here to tell the truth. Hey, can you eat the same sauce every day? We're talking about the same sauce, my dear. Can you, if you have the same sauce, how many toppings? Now, first, someone is about to say, Rose, what type of sauce are we talking about? We are talking about the sauce of being intimate without being vulgar. Okay, you guys know me, I can be vulgar, but let's proceed with our vulgarity. The sauce I'm referring to is the intimate aspect. How much of that partner of yours can you have every day and never get tired? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I didn't see anyone. Or maybe one person said, they could be with their partner forever and without desiring anyone. So at one point in your life, while you're with this, partner, have it ever crossed your mind to have desire for another man or another woman? I'm going to give you a second. Where's your hands, my dear? All right, nobody. Nobody or somebody? Yeah, this is human nature. This is the cold truth. It is hard. To be interested, honestly speaking, in one sexual partner forever. Yeah. You don't like me, I don't like you. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Because if you don't hear the truth from me, people will sugarcoat it. Oh my God, she is so unruly. I'm so sorry, I don't give a damn. I'm trying to tell you the truth. The truth is, the human nature that I know, the biology of a man and a woman, it is hard to keep the same level of sexual interest in one partner forever. Yes, but is it possible to have those interests in one partner forever? It is possible, but it is hard. And now we live in the society of distraction. You have Instagram, you have TikTok, you have YouTube, you have other site. Without me giving them the site for the adult, where the men go and keep women in business. Yeah, the only what? Yeah. Oh my dear, you guess it. You have OnlyFans. Those women wouldn't have been in business if I'm here by saying the men on my channel might say, Rose, you're too hard on us. If men were not too desperate for attention. What men want oftentimes is not even sex. I'm so sorry. What men want oftentimes is not even sex. Okay? Mostly what men want, okay, is attention, desirability. Well, desirability is if you want to be desired. Yeah, something like that. Like they want attention the most. They want respect the most. Okay, they want to feel empowered. You need to stroke their ego, because when they go to these OnlyFans model, they stroke their ego in the right places. Like, oh my God, you're the queen. What are you a queen? What the heck are we talking about? Is it motherfucker? We're not talking about queens. Like, oh my God, you are the biggest king I've ever seen. The biggest? Yeah, you're not even the biggest in town, my dear. You're not the biggest in Babylon. Okay, whatever thing you have in between your legs is not the biggest, but the only thing's model is going to make this man feel as if he is the king. He is the biggest thing she's ever seen. You know why? Because she knows the psychology of the male nature. They want their ego stroked. So therefore, even if he's not the biggest, wood in town, she's going to make him believe that he is the biggest. And men, men can be fooled. Look, I'm glad I'm not a man, because I feel as if men are at the mercy of women when they come to sex, because women do control sex, my dear. And it's sad. Is it sad? Yeah, it's sad to be a man, because you have some, raging desires that no one can sustain but you. You don't even have control of it sometimes, and that is a weakness of man. Okay, and the woman that recognizes this weakness of man, they have the upper hand. Okay, so therefore it's like, okay, let's proceed, my dear. They go and seek attention outside because either their wife is tired of them, the wife doesn't give them enough attention, and they seek it elsewhere. Either they get too busy with work, they go to OnlyFans model, they go to Instagram model, they go everywhere, and I'm going to take it further, have affairs. Affairs stem from a man who doesn't have the right attention, or a man who have a lot of desires to be with multiple women. There's some men, I don't care if you're beautiful, like I don't know, like a goddess, you cannot satiate his sexual desire to be with other women. So that's why I tell women, when men cheat, do not blame yourself. They cheat because they want to. Do not blame yourself. Some men, you just cannot, control their sexual desires. Yeah, you cannot control that. I'm so sorry. So when they cheat, don't blame yourself, okay? Move on. If it is a deal breaker for you, move on, okay? So when a man doesn't get enough attention from his partner, he is going to definitely release his desires either into work or into another woman behind. Well, some would say, Rose, another woman behind? Be careful. What behind are we talking about? I'm talking about oh my God, I think I'm the worst. Meaning that he is going to be entangled with another woman. This is the sad truth. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he is going to have the desire for another woman. He's going to put his energy, his sweat, and his wood into another woman. As simple as that. So I'm trying to say that lack of sexual compatibility is going to affect a marriage. Now let's talk about compatibility. Let's say you both have different desires, different kinks. There's certain kinks out there in the bedroom that you've never heard of. You think you've seen and heard everything? Buckle up. Ooh, you haven't met someone with the worst kink on this planet or in Babylon. You haven't, and I pray you never do. Because if you're not that kinky, you cannot survive. Just desire. This animal. The animal, yeah. It's good to be an animal in the bedroom, my dear. How much of an animal can you be? Let's keep it on that level. Keep the fire, the intensity. But no matter how bright a fire shines, or the flame of the fire is, or how bright a diamond shines, at some point you shall get tired. That's when lack of desires, lack of interest comes in, and people drift apart. There's one thing that is so powerful within or in between couples or within a marriage that no one can come in between. That is sex. Someone will say, well, Rose, we know that the sex is the number one factor that brings people together and that can also separate people. We understand that we are just human and our desire can change. You may like a woman today and tomorrow you don't desire her body type. You're like, well, I have evolved. People do change, by the way. People change. You change, I change, everyone change. Okay? So therefore you will say, well, if we all have different desires and people change, I don't fancy my wife or my husband anymore. What am I going to do? Rose, help me. So if you're at this crossroad, I'm here by saying you can get like involved into activities that is going to build desires. Okay, that is going to make you see your partner differently. Okay, and these activities is going to require a different wiring. Now we are about to introduce a kink into this bedroom, my dear. Oh, I'm so sorry. You need to explore different ways of eating the same sauce every day. Yeah, because eating the same sauce every day can be very tiring. I mean, can you eat burger every day? No, someone will say, Rose, what type of burger are you referring to? I know you're not stupid, and I'm not. We're talking about the wood. And the woman, the cookies. Can you eat the same cookies every day? Now, honestly speaking, let's be honest here, okay? You need to introduce different variety into this relationship. You want to rekindle this fire that you once had towards your partner. If your partner has gained a little weight, tell them to lose the weight, okay? No one is trying to caress anyone, to make them feel as if, lose the freaking weight, my dear. Make yourself desirable. Dress differently. Dress provocatively. Oh, look at her differently. Okay? Bring lingerie in the bedroom, my dear. We're talking about lingerie. If you want to do plastic surgery, go for it if you can afford it. Hey, go to the gym, do plastic surgery, run, do activities, travel together. Let's say you two travel together in a world, in a different planet. Well, go to Mars. So, Mr. Rose, go to Mars. Yes, let's go to Mars. Yeah, you are going to have desires. Go to Mars. Look at us. We are, look, go to different places. Go to Africa, go to Europe, travel. Okay, there's more to the world, okay? But if you really think that no matter what you do, this relationship cannot be rekindled sexually, I would say leave. You don't want to keep someone miserable in a relationship. It's not worth it. Leave and divorce. It's unfortunate. With that being said, uncommon theories, uncommon answer. My name is Rose, and I shall always remain the Rose that you know. Thank you so much, guys.